morning. Live on Facebook, live on Instagram. Okay. I just got back from the gym. It's 4:30. I am. Hey, cutie pie. You want to say hi? My kid apparently is awake now. It's 4:30. She's not staying up. Actually, pull all that down before you come over here. Okay, be fast. Say hi. Go back to bed, babe. It's not time to get up yet. Shut the door. So I just got back from the gym. My gym is kind of my creative time. That's when lots of things come into my head, lots of things that I want to say, lots of things. So this morning I was listening to a podcast, and hi Maria. I wasn't gonna wait for anyone to hop on. Again, it's 4:30 in the morning. I literally don't care about the algorithm this morning. I don't care that I'm showing up not looking super cute. This is real and this is authentic, and it's part of the reason y'all follow me the way that you do. So I want to talk to you this morning about attracting quality distributors, because we've all heard the saying, you attract what you are. It's not a fun saying when you look at what you are sometimes. I've been there 1,000 times. I'm there today. And I'm going to kind of walk you through the thought process of that. But I will say, this year, as in the last 12 months, I have started really attracting some quality leaders. And you know what? Quality people come in and sometimes less quality people go out. And I'm not saying quality as in an actual person, but when it comes to their leadership skills. And we have had a purge this year, and it wasn't fun. And I had some very dear friends that walked away from the business, and it wasn't fun. Can I say that again? It wasn't fun, but it was a much needed refresher almost for the business to get some people in that had a CEO mindset and get some people out that had an employee mindset. And that's not to say I haven't had amazing leaders join before this year. However, most of the people that are in my business now that are amazing leaders, they weren't good leaders when they started. We grew together. We had growing pains together. I was not a good leader when I started this. I would say up until about 2 years ago, my leadership skills were very lacking. And that's something I've worked on a lot, and I'm going to continue to work on, because I have glaring parts of me that I still need to work on. And that's probably going to be like all the time. I don't know that anyone's ever going to say, oh, I'm an awesome leader. But I have people who have taught me things, and now we're growing and leading together. But as far as attracting people who are already leaders into the business, that didn't start happening until about a year ago. And I'll tell you what, guys, that's an awesome feeling to attract people in that you don't have to put a lot of time and effort into the mindset side of things, because they've already got it. They have a CEO mindset, and that's exactly the kind of people that you want in this business. So we're going to get real honest in a minute, and we're going to get real honest with ourselves. And this is the part of business that is not fun. But first, I want to tell y'all a story, because a couple years ago, this would not have been me. A couple years ago, I absolutely had the employee mindset. I did not have a CEO mindset. Employee mindset says something is wrong, someone come fix it for me. CEO mindset says something is wrong, I'm going to go out and I'm going to fix it. If other people want to catch on, awesome. And one way I want to, I guess, maybe toot my own horn, I don't know. Our company, for example, lacking in the branding department. They're really good at teaching us how to go get leads and to close those leads. And they're really good about teaching us how to market their products. They're not very good about teaching us how to have a personal brand. And that's something that I saw was lacking. And instead of complaining about it, I went out and created a branding course. And I have dozens of people now that come to me for branding advice that tell me that I completely revamped the way that they look at their business, and it gives them passion back again, because they have their own brand and their own thing that they're passionate about. They're no longer just shilling a product for somebody. Now, absolutely, I could have waited around until someone fixed it. Someone might, I don't know. I could have just complained about it. I could have left and tried to find a company with better branding, personal branding. But instead, I already know I have an awesome company. I have a really good CEO. We have really good products. We have a really good comp plan. Why am I going to stand around and complain when I could just go out and fix it? Now, that's not the story I wanted to tell you. That's just something that I didn't even write down, that God was like, okay, here's another way that you have a CEO mindset, because it's something I've been working on, guys. I struggle in this department. I struggle with not having an employee mindset because I come from an employee background. My entire life, I have been told when I can use the bathroom, when I can take vacations. Up until about 5 years ago, like, I went to college to go be an employee somewhere for somebody for the rest of my life until I retire. Being an entrepreneur is not anything that I ever thought that I would see myself doing. One, because I have really crappy discipline. I'm gonna throw that out there. We'll talk about that in a minute too. But two, there's not a lot of security in it. There's something that you have to have something like really strong within you to make something like this work. And I just didn't think that I had it. So the story I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to give y'all an action step because I'm all about the action on this. So the story I'm going to tell you is, some of y'all know that in December, I got a $5,000 bonus with the company, all paid out in December. Like, we got it right before Christmas. It was awesome. Part of that money we used to take a Disney trip with my daughter. Part of the money we used to pay off a medical bill that I had. I don't know what else we did. I guess we just left it in the account. We didn't use all of it, but having said all that, I know at least where part of it went. The other part's just sitting there waiting to be used, I guess. But that bonus program that they rolled out was a hot freaking mess. And you know what? It almost took me out of the game. I got real frustrated with a few things. And it did take some of my friends out of the game. Some of my friends who didn't have CEO mindsets, it absolutely took them out of the game. But I'll tell you, I'm a firm believer in prayer. I do not believe in coincidences whatsoever. So back in August, I started specifically praying for my business to explode, and also for some things to change, because there were some things with the company that I was not happy about. Again, I'm smart enough to know in business, that's every company. My husband does not work for a network marketing company, and his business his company has things that we would change. That's everywhere. Me moving to another company wouldn't have fixed anything, because at the end of the day, the main things that I was unhappy with were from me. They were my lack of discipline, my lack of character, my lack of enrollments, because I wasn't putting the work in. And that's something that a lot of leaders aren't going to tell you. Instead, they're going to go somewhere else, and they're going to tell you the grass is greener because it was the company's fault and not their fault. And I'm just being totally honest with y'all. I've thought about it. I've absolutely thought about it. And there's a lot of people that follow me that would follow me to another company. And they would have no one to bring over with them. And all I would be doing is building on the backs of somebody else at that point. So in August, I emailed several people high up on the corporate ladder. I talked, not in person, I guess, I talked on Zoom, to a few people that are super, super, super high, like the tippy top people, and just voiced some concerns. I didn't complain to my downline. I didn't complain to my sideline. I only complained, quote unquote. I don't believe in toxic positivity. There absolutely is a time that you need to voice things that are not working out. But there's a time and a way to do it. And it's not to people who cannot change it. It's to people who can actually make a change. So in August, I did that. In September, they rolled out the $5,000 bonus program. Not at all because of what I told them. That was in the works long before. I didn't know this, but this is what I'm saying. I don't believe in coincidence. Like, God already knew all that was coming down the pipeline. I worked my butt off for it. And I earned it. In November, my husband and I were invited to a corporate meeting with only 300 people in the entire company in Florida. And I knew we were going to be around all the bigwigs. This was my chance to go and actually get the ear of somebody in person that could make a difference. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know what that looked like, but that was my plan. The first night that we were there, this man came and sat at our table. We had like this big reception thing. This man came and sat at our table, said that he was the new head of sales something in corporate. Didn't give us his title, just kind of like, he's an important person. He sat and talked to us for about an hour, and he asked us, you know, if there was anything that we would change. And we told him some very valid concerns that we had, majority of which concerned our team. Not really us, but majority of which concerned our team when it came to recognition and not people's rank not determining their worth in the company. If you show up and you work and you're doing your job and you're putting people in the system, I don't give two craps what rank you are. You should be shouted out and you should be celebrated and you should absolutely be shown appreciation. So we talked through a few different things. Well, the next day, he was announced as the new interim CEO, something. He's literally right below the CEO, like second in command. And my husband and I were like, we just complained to the head guy. Well, crap. Not really crap, because again, it was stuff that needed to be said. And it was very tactful. We told him, like, we're super grateful for the company for XYZ. Most of y'all know my story. I've been doing this for 6 years with this company. A year in, I was able to quit my full-time job, replace my full-time income, become a full-time stay-at-home paid homeschool mom. Like, I'm very, very thankful for the industry. I'm very thankful for the company. That doesn't mean it's all rainbow and sunshines all the time. So, and before again, those of y'all that don't know my story, guys, I'm not a millionaire in the company. I'm not at the tippy top. We're at the top 1%, but we're not having dinner with the CEO every night. I am just a normal homeschool mom, and my passion is helping other normal homeschool moms make enough money to be able to contribute financially to their families so their husbands can also be part of the kids' lives and not be working 24/7 so the wife can stay home with the kid and do her thing. That's what my passion is. I have no desire to be the face of the company. I don't even really have a desire to be a millionaire. If it comes along, awesome, but that's not a long-term goal of mine. My goal is to make an impact with as many normal, everyday people as possible and improve their lives. That's it. So I'm not someone that's sitting, you know, at the tables of these people. For me to get in front of these people, I knew that I had to make myself get in front of them. So to back up a little bit, we're talking to the new, we'll just call him a new CEO for lack of a better term. And he talks about the sales team they just put in place. And had I met this lady named Pamela, because she was over my region, I was like, yeah, actually, like, she emailed me. We were supposed to get on a Zoom, and then I just kind of never heard back from her. I emailed her one other time to follow up. I got busy. I'm sure she was busy. She's brand new. He's like, oh, well, let me go get her. You know, she shouldn't have dropped the ball. And I love her. I don't love her. I love her personality. I don't know her well enough to say I love her. But when I say I love somebody, I'm saying, like, the overall personality of somebody. Like, I'm from the South. I love everybody. So I instantly loved her personality, though. And I will tell you that I don't hold it against her at all that she didn't get back with me. She's super busy. She has thousands of people that are wanting her ear because she's brand new and they're bringing in a lot of changes. But immediately she comes over and she goes, oh yeah, you know, we definitely can chat, you know, what's on your mind. I was like, oh no, not here. Like, we're in the middle of this giant cocktail party. This is not a 15-minute conversation. Like, can we set up a meeting while you're here? And even like, I surprised myself because I'm super introverted. Like, that is not my personality. I get way outside of my comfort zone to do this job because it pays well. So I don't mind doing it. So she told me she would look at her calendar and get back with me the next day. This was on Thursday. Or no, she said she would check out her calendar. And I asked her, I said, can you let me know by tomorrow night what works for you? Because the big conference was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I knew we weren't meeting until at least Saturday afternoon. She said yes. And I told her, I said, if I don't hear from you, I'll text you tomorrow. Didn't hear from her, so I texted her. I'm the one that followed up with her. She goes, oh, we can meet on, she goes, yeah, I haven't had a chance to find my calendar or something. She goes, we can probably meet on Sunday. I said, okay, awesome. Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. Y'all, I've been in sales long enough. I know how to close the deal. She said tentatively Sunday at this time, but she would have to check with her boss and make sure there wasn't a sales meeting. I said, okay, awesome. Can you let me know by tomorrow night? So this is Friday. I'm saying, can you let me know by Saturday? I said, if not, I'll follow up with you. She did not message me on Saturday night. Again, guys, we're busy. We're going to yacht parties and we're going to training sessions all day. Like, I don't hold it against her. We are all super busy there. So I texted her Saturday night and said, hey, are we still on for tomorrow at such and such time? Oh yeah, I'm so sorry to get back to you. Absolutely. I'll meet you tomorrow. long story short, not really because I just told it to you, but long story long, I guess. My husband and I got to sit down for 2 hours and meet with her and implement some changes. And we have been in contact ever since we left there. Guys, I live in Chicago. That was in Florida. We drove to Florida to make this all happen. Now, employee mindset would have had every excuse in the book. Employee mindset wouldn't have followed up with her at all. Employee mindset would have said, well, she didn't text me back, and then I would have went home and complained about it, and then eventually I would have quit. CEO mindset said, no, I'm getting a face-to-face meeting with that person. I don't care if I have to bug her every day that I'm here. And you know what? And my husband told me, I don't know if this, Pamela didn't tell me this, but my husband was like, you know what? In, the CEO world the corporate world that I work in, sometimes they'll do stuff like that just to see how bad you want the meeting. Like, are you willing to work for it, or are you just going to waste my time? That may have been what she was thinking. I have no idea. But I know I got in front of her. And I know, literally, that was like, oh man, I'm so proud of myself for this, because old Tanya would have left there, irritated, complained to anyone who would have listened, and not changed a freaking thing because I didn't have the cojones to go change it. So that is the story that I kind of want to tell y'all. Let's see. Here's the action step, okay? Here's the action step. First off, be real with yourself. I just gave you a whole list of ways to tell if you have the CEO mindset or the employee mindset. And if you're brave enough, drop it in the comments. I will tell you. Again, 2 years ago, employee mindset, 100%. Now, CEO mindset, 100%. But that's easier said than done. Yes, absolutely yes. So, y'all, I got a lot of this here. I'll tell you. It's a hot mess. But anyways, action step. All I want you to do is make a list of your perfect distributor that you want on your team right now. And I know this has been done. Humor me, guys. Get a piece of paper and humor me. I don't want you to put things like mass and roller. Actually, I guess you can. But I want to focus on the character side of your perfect distributor. So, do they lead themselves? Can they get up on time consistently? Are they a self-starter? Are they willing to ask questions when they don't understand something instead of stay silent for a month and then quit because, quote unquote, they didn't get any help? Are they willing to ask for a meeting if they need it? Are they willing to get in your inbox and be like, hey, I don't understand this, or hey, I have some concerns, or hey, whatever, can we get on a Zoom? Are they going to be doing their 6 list, or whatever the equivalent in your business of a 6 list is, basically your business task list? Are they going to do that every day without you having to check in on them? Are they serious about their health? Do they work out regularly? Guys, that's a big part of CEO mindset. It doesn't matter if you're in the beauty industry, health and wellness industry, if you run an actual Fortune 500 company. If you don't take your health serious, you're probably not going to be a very strong leader for very long, because you're not going to have the energy to do so. Do they fuel their body? Guys, CEO mindset isn't going to Taco Bell every night, and I'm not hating on Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell, but I know from experience that does not give me the energy and the clarity of mind that I need to go out and lead a company and run a team. Are they going to take the products consistently? Guys, if you're not going to take the products consistently, how are you going to go out and market the products? Are they going to be forever a student? Are they going to have the mindset of, well, I know everything, I don't need to learn anything else? Are they going to get on Zooms even when they've been in the business for 5 years and they quote unquote know everything? I'm thinking of one person who was in leadership in this company. She was in the top 0.02%, and she just recently left the company. You know how many Zooms I saw her on in the last year? And I was on a lot of them. And I purposely checked for some of our leaders, because I want to know, are you a student, or do you know everything already? Because if you know everything already, you're not going to be in this business for very long. Let's see. Now you have your list. So if you don't have your list, go ahead and pause this. Get your entire list. And then I want you to unpause. And I want you to go back to that list. And I want you to put a check mark by everything that applies to you, and an X, everything that doesn't apply to you. So I'm going to start at the top of my list. Do I get up on time consistently? No. No, I don't. Am I a self-starter? Yeah. Now, again, it's taken me 6 years to be that, but yeah, I am. Am I willing to ask questions if I don't understand something? Yes. Am I willing to set up a meeting if I don't understand something? Yes. Do I consistently get my 6 list done? Yes. So guess what? I am going to attract people into my business with the same mindset I have in those areas because I'm showing up and leading from the front in those areas. Now, I'm going to attract people who have really difficult time with time management because I'm not leading myself in that department yet when it comes to getting my butt out of bed on time consistently. So my team isn't going to either. And again, as a homeschool mom, that's a big thing because homeschooling our kids is number one. We choose to homeschool so the education comes before the work, period. So if I oversleep, guess what suffers? Because it's not my kids' education, it's my business. So that is a huge, huge thing. If I'm attracting homeschool moms into my business who can't get their butt out of bed in the morning, they're not going to build a business. I'm taking my health serious. Do I work out consistently? No. Am I getting better? Yes. I'm about 2 to 3 times a week right now. But that's like pulling teeth, guys. I'm just being real honest with you. Do I fuel my body? Ish. Again, getting better at it. We're on day 13 of our 90-day run when it comes to this health challenge my husband and I are doing. Do I take my products consistently? Yes. Did I a year ago? No. And so who am I going to attract into my business when it comes to people who are taking their health serious? Not super high quality people, because I'm not taking mine serious. Now, I'm willing to admit that, and I'm absolutely working on it, but it's a work in progress. So I'm going to attract people like myself who are in the midst of trying to take their health serious, but I'm not attracting rock stars when it comes to the health and fitness industry right now. Just not. Am I forever a student? What do I put in my mind? And this part, y'all, I'm putting some check marks by here. I'm going to brag on myself because, again, 2 years ago, this wasn't me. I'm just thinking of yesterday. And think about this for yourself. Any dead time that you had yesterday, dead time that you had earbuds in or whatever, and maybe you didn't have any, think about the day before that. So 2 times yesterday we had dead time. I was waiting for, actually, it's really just 1 time. I was waiting for it's 2 times. When I was cleaning yesterday morning before church, and then I had a sermon on. So absolutely, forever a student, put something in my ears that was actually positive and helping me learn something. And then when I was waiting for my daughter to go through kids choir, it's about an hour-ish, I toggled between a podcast and some positive, uplifting music. Partially because the choir was also practicing in the other room, so the podcast, I was getting kind of distracted, wasn't paying attention to it, but the music, I could kind of drown them out and listen to my own stuff. So, having said all of that, what are you putting into your mind? Positive or negative? Guys, I am pretty excited about some drama channels sometimes. Just gonna throw that out there. A drama channel is not building my business. If I'm constantly tuning into the drama, that means I'm not tuning into training, and I'm not tuning into podcasts, and I'm not tuning into the things that are going to build my business. I might be strong enough to listen to the drama without letting it affect my mindset, and I fully believe I am at the point where I can do that, but it still doesn't mean that it's not robbing me from the good things I could be putting into my mind. So keep that in mind as well. But you're also going to attract the same kind of people. So if you are someone who every chance you get, you're in a podcast or an audiobook or uplifting music, you get on all the Zooms, if you don't get on the Zooms, you're watching the replays. And again, I do this while I'm working. I sit down, I'm doing, checking in on ads from yesterday. I've got a podcast or I've got a Zoom running. Or are you someone, you're always in drama channels, you're always on Netflix, you're always on Hulu, and I don't hate against any of those things. My rule of thumb is a 4 to 1. If I listen to 4 30-minute segments of something positive, I can do a 30-minute segment of what I call like a mind-numbing thing. So if I want to chill and do a 30-minute TV show, if I want to do a 30-minute drama segment on a podcast or whatever, that's my rule of thumb. And again, whatever you're doing is what you're going to attract. So, all that to say, you attract what you are. If you're not happy with the distributors that you're bringing in, make this list and ask yourself why. Are you bringing in people that consistently don't get their work done and have excuses that they don't have time? Yet you may not voice these, but you're not getting your tasks done, and you know that you're telling yourself you don't have time. Are you bringing in people who are just doing busy work? Are they working 7-8 hours a day with no results? Clearly, they're not doing the work that they need to be doing to get enrollments, or they would be getting enrollments. I don't work 6 or 7 hours a day. Not a chance. Not with this business. You don't have to. Not at all. So, my red, a little bit strong in this one, but I would challenge every single one of you. And again, I 1000% fall in this category. Instead of looking left and looking right and worrying about what so-and-so's doing and, where you think the grass is greener, be honest and real with yourself and start showing up like you're a CEO of your business. I see it all the time, guys. I see people leave who didn't show up consistently. All of a sudden, they're doing live videos and they're showing the products and they're talking about ingredients and they're showing up for their business. So yeah, their enrollments are absolutely up because they're actually putting the work in. Instead of looking left and looking right and getting distracted, put the work in now. Work on yourself. Make your list. Decide that you are going to be your dream distributor so you can turn around and attract your dream distributors. And then put the work in when it comes to your social media and letting people know what you're doing. And those people will come to you. So, I hope that helped. If you found any value in this, feel free to share it out with your team. And let me know in the comments, what did you like about it? Like, what is something that you learned from this? What's something that you're going to take away that you're going to turn around and use to build your business? And I will see y'all probably next time I go to the gym and have some kind of aha moment. Bye, guys.